Welcome back to the show, guys. I'm your host, Valentine. I expect you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. Racism is back, and it's back with a vengeance. Revenge racism has hit the shores of America. Now they're implying legal racism by laws and everything under the guise of equality with real world repercussions. Let's talk about Assembly Constitutional Amendment number 5 in California, which passed, and the Senate bill, which also passed, basically legalizing the discrimination based on race. So what is going on with this assembly? Let's read a little bit here, and then we're going to get into Wikipedia. That way you see who's backing this and who's not backing this bill, and why this is just insanity, and why only what this is gonna it's just introducing the concept of race all over again into the United States, and having people look at people based on the color of their skins and not the color of their or not the content of their character. Excuse me, Dr. Martin Luther King. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Hasn't I feel like we have been talking about race again in the United States after the Obama presidency forward. Haven't you guys noticed that, or am I the only one? Let me know in the comments down below if it's true, because I feel like we're talking about race ever since Obama took office. So let's talk about a little bit what this ACA 5 and SCA 5 is exactly. Let's read here. Legislation. Let's read here. The amendment main goal, which is an amendment to the California Constitution, is to revoke Proposition 209, which was approved by voters in 1996. What is Proposition 209, you might ask? Proposition 209 is a law that prohibited schools from taking into account people's race, amongst other things, for for admittance into that school. So you can say, oh, this person is black, we need more black people, let him come in. Or this person is Hispanic, we need more Hispanics, let him come in. This revoked that, but this one is gonna undo that. So we're gonna now be able to look at people's race if this goes through, which is actually is gonna be in the ballot in November of this year. So the people of California are gonna decide. So the end of the Prop 209 would mean, amongst other things, that race could once again be considered by California public universities in recruiting efforts and admissions decisions. Let's see a little bit here. Who supports this bill and who doesn't? You're gonna see why there is a massive discrimination, racism against Asian Americans, who typically place at the highest of their schools. Same thing is happening in New York City, where they are trying to do away, or I think they're trying to lower the standards or make the test easier. That way, because Asians are the ones who are passing it and who are getting admitted into these high schools, these girls' high schools, and Black and Latinos are not getting into into these schools. So they're literally gonna dumb down the test, because what they're essentially saying, implying, is that Black and Latino students are too dumb to pass this exam. That's what basically they're saying if they're gonna dumb down the test. So let's read a little bit here. This is California Senate Constitutional Amendment number 5. The California Senate Constitutional Amendment number 5 was introduced by California State Senator Edward Hernandez, had to be Spanish, to the California State Senate on December 3, 2012. The initiative would ask voters to consider eliminating California's Proposition 209's ban on the use of race, sex, color, ethnicity, and national origin in recruitment, admissions, and retention programs at California public universities and colleges. SCA 5 was passed in California Senate January 30, 2014, but was subsequently withdrawn by Hernandez due to the strong opposition, mainly from Asian Americans, right? But it passed. It's gonna be on the ballot in November of this year. So who supports this bill and who doesn't support this bill? Okay, look, support. We got a couple Asian Americans in support. National Committee for Age and Civil Rights Project. We have here some American Association, blah blah blah. Bassett California Teachers. I think we have some Hispanics. Equality, Justice, Equality California, blah blah blah. I think there's some Hispanics associations in there also. Opposition. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, man. Read. Asian American Political, Chinese Alliance, Chinese Americans, Chinese United, Chinese Young, Chinese American, Chinese Alliance, Overseas Chinese Association, Silicon Valley Chinese Association, the Chinese Association, blah blah blah, the Great Philadelphia United Chinese, everything Chinese. Why? Because it's very easy, right? It's very simple. If you look at who are the top earners in the United States, they are, without a question, it's not white people. So relax, not white people. It's Asian Americans. The Chinese and Asians in general, they have a different culture than, for example, the Hispanics. They have a bigger emphasis on, in their homes, we're talking about, and on schoolwork. Hence, their excellence academic standings in schools. They work hard, right? If they work hard, they deserve to get into these schools. So imagine if we introduce this whole concept of that. This is what it's saying, is like legalized racism against certain people. Imagine if you had a choice to go to a doctor, right? You know that there's a guy there, a Chinese guy, right? That he did what he had to do. He worked hard, spent all the things that he had to do. Did what he had to do. And then there's the equality candidate, your second choice. The equality candidate is a Hispanic guy that literally got approved into school that he was not supposed to get into. He was given jobs he was not supposed to get hired for. He was given things he was not supposed to get. Which one would you choose? Be honest now. Which one would you choose? Would you take the equality one, or will you take the one that struggled, that went through its ups and downs, but literally fought his way through to make it happen on his own? Which one do you want to operate on you? It's incredible. We're going through this revenge racism. I mean, you know what also this is creating also on the other side, right? When you see that there's little laws made to go against your race and your people, this is also creating, on the other side of it, resentful people, possibly racist people against a certain amount of group. You know, if you see that you're getting, your group is literally being attacked 100%, then you might create, I don't know, I mean, this is human nature, you might create some resentment towards other groups of people that you know are the ones who are attacking your group. What do you guys think? Is this the way forward in America? We're trying to get this equality of outcome, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It can't happen because people put a certain amount of work in, and they deserve the fruits of their labor. Not everybody's gonna put the same amount of work in, plain and simple. But I guess this, again, liberal train of thought. Guys, we're trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers. Only with your help, we're going to make it happen. Remember, when you see the content, to share the content, share everything, man. Just share it. Comment, like, all that good stuff. God bless. Godspeed me, Valentine. I am out.